Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Beyond the Bell. It is Tuesday, January 30th, 2024. It is 60 seconds after the bell, which means it's time to go beyond the charts, beyond the news, beyond the bell. Brought to you by our good friends at Blue Sky Trading Company for the clearest path to a live brokerage account, live trading with Mike every morning, and heck, the home of this show on the Blue Sky YouTube channel. We've got you covered on all bases, educational and account-wise, so check us out at bluesky.pro. Now, you guys may have noticed, most of you are here because we are doing a giveaway today. You know, I told you on Thursday, I said, if you guys keep showing up, keep liking the stream, subscribe, join our community on Discord. I said the guys at Blue Sky noticed, they will reach out and we will do more giveaways. So I actually found out about the giveaway the same way you guys did, which is via the email. I was upstairs and taking my lunch break, saw that. I said, hey, we're doing a giveaway today. They said, you darn right we're doing a giveaway today. In fact, today we are not just doing one giveaway, we're doing two winners for the giveaway. Now, we're doing things a little bit differently today. We're not going to spin the wheel of names. Okay, we're going to, we've got a system in place because we want to make sure everybody gets a fair shot. So there's a new system in place. Raj, if you would, please drop that link in the chat. So you've got to go in, you've got to sign up based on your YouTube name. It's going to ask you a couple of questions to like the stream, etc., etc. We have a system in place to prevent multiple entries because that, quite frankly, that's been an issue. So, again, if we catch you trying to circumvent our system, you will be permanently banned from all future giveaways. So guys, that's it. We are here. We've got two giveaways. We're going to be doing those in about 20 minutes. So you've got plenty of time to subscribe, and I will give you about a 2 or 3 minute warning to do that. Or excuse me, about 20 minutes to sign up. So guys, with that in mind, while you guys are signing up, it is time for us to talk about the big picture. So today, boy, a tale of 2 days. Okay, but we're going to take a look at the big picture first. The ES, man, we are in a tight little range here on the ES. We are basically not all, but most of our price action has been wedged between 49.50 and 49.60 for the better part of a couple of days. Well, we can drop this down just a little bit here as we are moving down a little bit in after hours. Still a very tight range, still about a 15-point range in the ES. Really, really interesting day. For those of you in the chat, because I know we got a lot of people here today, give me a red or green. Were you red or green today? If you want to put a number on that, that's perfectly okay. And a special shout out, if you passed your eval today, if you passed your Blue Sky eval today, I want you to let me know in the chat because I'm going to give you a good shout out. So, okay, I see some green, little Ren. Red evals, green funded. All right, Ryan. Green AF. Gold brother, I love to see that, man. That's, yeah, if you trade gold, and I know you do, there were certainly no shortage of opportunities in gold. We're going to take a look at gold in a little bit. But with that in mind, if we go over to the NQ, guys, again, really kind of in a longer-term range here in the NQ. Now, the good news is this is a fairly, as soon as I find my rectangle here, this is a fairly good-sized range, so there is some opportunity here. But especially in the NQ, I want to break down the NQ. This was a tale of 2 trading days, right? So let's zoom in here a little bit on the NQ. Our white line here is the 9:30 Eastern open. I'm on normal time here in Central Time, so the market's open for me at 8:30, which also means I'm done at 3, which is nice. For all you people on the West Coast, you're done at 1, although you got to be up pretty early. And then very tight range. Okay, our ATR was low, our dev width was low, not a whole lot going on. Yeah, a couple of candles here, but this is what sticks out to me, guys. When we're throwing up this many candle shadows, wicks, that are on both end of multiple candles, this tells me there's no decisiveness in our price action, right? I mean, look at this little area here. I'm not even going to draw all of those. So we basically had a little over an hour where there wasn't a whole lot of opportunities. Maybe some of you scalpers out there found a little bit here or there, but for sort of us intraday momentum traders, not a whole lot going on. So yeah, just a little more difficult here to find opportunities. Okay, then right at about a little afternoon here, this yellow line, I put this because this began the new part of the day, right? Pretty much out of nowhere, at least not with any news that I saw. Strong push down from the -1 standard dev band here at about, let's say, 637 down to 5. Yeah, so about a 70-80 point move here. And then some nice price action sort of oscillating throughout the day. A lot of rejection here, guys. This is one of the reasons I have these standard dev bands off of VWAP on my charts. You see we really struggled to get above these, and then in fact right as the market closed we shot for the low a day. So some excitement in the afternoon, some of it tradable, some of it not, although again there's no wrong way to trade as long as you follow your process and are consistently profitable. So 62% are green. Wow, that's impressive. Yeah, that's definitely, yeah. So Dragon Kell brought this up in the chat. Fed's tomorrow, right? So we have the FOMC tomorrow. It is Jay Powell Appreciation Day. I'll tell you what, if there's one thing that seems to unite traders of all different stripes and political leanings, it's a shared dislike for Chairman Powell. And maybe it's fair, maybe it's not, but all the Fed people have never, if you want to get all the Fed people away from you, just put a microphone on the other side of the country and they'll find it. And one of the good things about leading into FOMC is that we don't have Fed speak for a few, a week, I think, moratorium before the meeting. But thankfully, as of tomorrow afternoon, that's off. We're gonna hear all of them talking for the rest of our lives at this point. But definitely something to look forward to tomorrow. But that's at 2 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. So it would not shock me if tomorrow morning, barring some sort of news or some sort of earnings surprise or some sort of macro news, if things are relatively, we have a morning just like we had today, some tight ranges, not a whole lot going on. I do want to bring up gold though, because gold was a really fun one today. I actually had a trade on deck with gold and it never triggered, and it would have been a pretty nice winner. So I'm a little upset on that. But you can see here just a rocket up. As we moved into the open, this actually started about a half hour before the open. We rocketed up, we balanced, and then as the markets opened, we began to push down. And boy, what a good mover in gold today. So anybody who really got into gold and found some momentum there probably had a very nice day. Rough day, blue 2 account says lame matrix. That's all right. This is the important thing is, guys. It's a little kind of a non sequitur here, but we're going to get into it, and especially because our theme this week is tips for passing your eval. If you blow 1 or 2 or 3 evals, that just makes you a trader. Somebody who's figuring out what they need to do, figuring out where their strengths are. Guys, once you get to 10, 20, 30, and I've talked to people that have failed 100 straight evals, it's fair to ask, what are you going to do differently, right? There may not be anything you need to do differently between failure 1 and failure 2, but once you get to 10, 15, 20, and you're just going to turn around and start on 21 and do 21 the same way you did the other 20, what's the textbook definition of insanity? It's doing the same thing again and again and expecting a different result. So maybe time to just take a day, back away, reassess, make sure your strategies are working, maybe hit the sim for a day or two, and then go from there. You have a month, use it. Ethan, you have provided me a wonderful little segue here into our lesson of the day. And so as we do that, hold on, I got to get the graphic off the screen. There we go. Nope. I've got to pull up. And this is, so Ethan is referring to our 2 tips from yesterday. You have a month, use it. If you missed either of these guys, go back to yesterday's stream when this show is over. These are streams, as soon as these are done, these are archived. They're available on demand. Actually, guys, I think we saw about almost 40-some% of our streams from yesterday came after the show's concluded. Now, it is in your benefit for several reasons, some of which you don't even know yet, to be here live as many days as possible. But if you have a work function, a family function, please make this stream part of your day, even if it's at the evening. So we talked about also trading 1 combine at a time. So let's get into tips number 3 and number 4. You've got about 10 minutes left to enter the giveaway for 2 separate $50,000 eval accounts here at Blue Sky Trading. The link is sticky to the top of the chat, so make sure you check that out. Make sure you sign up. Again, we do have systems in place to prevent multiple entries. If we catch you entering more than once, you will be banned from this and all future giveaways. So number 3, guys, ease into it, okay? And I just want to paint a picture for you. All right, so we're giving away two evals today, 2 $50,000 evals, and even ignoring the daily max loss. So basically, in a $50,000 eval, we want you to prove you can make $3,000 before you lose $2,000, right? With a trailing drawdown. Okay, so when you start out, you are at zero at $50,000. You need to get to 3,000 before you get to 2,000. If you go just all the way in on one trade to start with, and you lose, let's say you don't bust it out, but you lose $900. Okay, so you haven't hit the daily drawdown max. $900. Now all of a sudden, okay, after one trade, and if you oversize, you can lose $900 in the markets in 10 seconds, right? Now all of a sudden, instead of needing 3,000 to lose 2,000, now all of a sudden you need to make 4,100. My math is right there. Before you lose, before you lose 1,100, you need to make 3,900. Okay, so right there, now all of a sudden, what was a nice 3-to-2 ratio becomes a lot higher, and it becomes a lot more difficult. And most people then just decide we're going to YOLO into a couple of trades. Next thing you know, you busted out the account in 3 trades. Okay, ease into it. I told you on yesterday's show I highly recommend the static account, but I know some people prefer to do the other ones, and that's fine. Ultimately, you're a grown adult. At least all of you should be. I'm pretty sure you have to be over 18 to trade this kind of stuff. But you're able to make your own choices. But again, ease into it. Even if you start the $100,000 account, or let alone the $50,000, I would recommend your first couple of trades start with 5 to 8 micro contracts, and don't even get into the minis yet, right? Because if you lose $300 in your first trade, that's not very daunting. If you hit the daily max on your first trade, you're down $1,000, and again, things get rough at that point. Now you have to be an even better trader the rest of the way to even get there. And at that point, your odds of success, even with, you can have a great system and have 2 or 3 losses in a row. So if you lose just $200 or $300, it doesn't make a huge deal. Subsequently, if you're able to make, let's say, 500 in that first trade, or even 400. Now all of a sudden, if you make 500, all you have to do now is make 2,500 before you lose 2,000, depending on, of course, where your peak P&L was. Okay, so if that makes sense, guys, I know I'm throwing a lot of numbers out there, but if you can just kind of nail your first couple of trades, and even if you don't make money on them, just not lose significant capital on your first trade or two, and now all of a sudden the mountain just doesn't look that steep, right? Because in a lot of ways you're starting about halfway up the mountain, and if your first trade goes against you, then you're going to have to go to the bottom and get that boulder again. Okay, so ease into it. Start with, honestly, guys, if you're fairly new to trading, start with 3 micros, then build your way up to 5 to 8 to 1 mini, and then I'd go back down to 15 micros and build up, right? It took me about 3 years to build up size in my personal brokerage account, right? And so even when I had a bad day, instead of being out $2,000 or $3,000 or blowing out an Eval account, I was out $200 or $300, and I was able to regroup and get ready for the next day. Risk management is key, guys, right? Learn the hard way. And guys, there's just some lessons in this business you have to learn the hard way. You can watch this, we're going to give you some great information on this show as a regular watcher. But ultimately, guys, there are some lessons, especially if you're as stubborn as I am, just need to be learned the hard way. All right, so let's go over to tip number 4. Guys, treat it like your own money. Okay, I can't say this enough, and this is when I've worked with people who have taken individual one-on-one coaching from me, and they say they're in a funded trader program, they want to pass and all that. I say that's great. It's a good, it's a great opportunity, especially the barriers to entry in the futures market are next to nothing now, and I think that's incredible. Okay, so with that in mind, don't say if you can train your mind to do this, don't let your mind say, all right, I just got a Eval account for $80 or $90 or whatever the current promo is. Okay. Instead, say, you know what? I have a $50,000 account. That's $50,000. Okay. I need to make $3,000 before I lose $2,000. And get that in your head that that's your money. And quite frankly, if you're good enough and you keep building over months into Blue Live, into a live brokerage account, it pretty much can be your money. But train your head. You guys should be. People are too quick to take big losses in this business because I can just reset or get another eval. No, that's the mentality that even if you're fortunate enough to pass an eval and get into stage 2 or stage 3, the longer you go with that mindset, the more likely you are to bust out at some particular point. Okay, so it's imperative that your mind says, okay, I'm trading a $50,000 real money account, and I'm going to develop the habits. I'm not going to sit here and take $1,000 losses, and I'm going to build correct habits. Make, again, as I said, as we alluded to, take one, take the month. Try to make a couple $300 per trade, build up to that point. For those that get to that 3,000 in, let's say, 4 or 5 trades over 3 or 4 days, you're far more likely to blow out an account than somebody who took 25 trades over 15 days to get there, right? The more trades you take, with a higher success percentage, the more data that is, right? If somebody comes to me for help and they have 20 trades, there's not a lot I can do for them. If they come to me for help and they have 500 trades, that's still a small data size, guys. But this is an opportunity that then I can get down into the data. We can look at their journal and go from there. Speaking of, tomorrow we are going to do numbers 5 and 6, guys, and I'm going to show you my journal from the month, assuming I can get it updated in time. We'll either do that Wednesday or Thursday. Probably tomorrow I should be able to get it updated. And I'll show you how I break down the month and what types of things I look at to evaluate my performance. It's been a little hectic month for me. But so far, pretty green. I'm pretty happy with it, even if it's a little under what I'm accustomed to. And we'll tease that a little bit tomorrow. So, okay, let's go. We are about 4 or 5 minutes away. I'm going to give you the 3-minute warning, guys. 3 minutes to sign up. We are going to get to the trader mailbag. Okay. So anyone that has any questions, make sure you. I didn't actually check the mailbag today. So with this many people here, any questions that you have, guys, and we will take a look at them. You want to look at a chart? You want to look at something else? Go ahead and let me know. Yeah, prop firms are a good opportunity to people that don't have much money now. That Trade Essentials, that's exactly right. But again, keep in mind your end goal. Okay, obviously your end goal is to make a ton of money when it comes to the trading game, but within a prop firm, your end goal needs to be in a live brokerage account, right? Because if you're in a live brokerage account and you make 25 grand, okay, that money doesn't come out of the pocket of the firm. If you're in a live sim scenario with other brokers who shall not, or firms who shall not be mentioned, that money has to come out of their pockets, which is why they create consistency rules in funded, which is the most ridiculous piece of crap that I've ever heard. I'm dead serious. That offends me as a trader. Whereas once you get into a live brokerage account and you make let's say 10 grand and you have a 90-10 split with the firm, 9 grand of that goes right in your pocket, and it does not come out of the pocket of the prop firm. It's in my opinion, the best business setup for everyone involved. You just got to get there, right? And then sometimes that can be a little bit of a journey, and that's okay. How do you plan your first withdrawal when you reach the withdrawal target? So I actually alluded to this yesterday, guys. If I were starting from scratch tomorrow, right? I don't have any of my brokerage accounts, okay? I'm going to answer your question indirectly and then directly. And so I wake up tomorrow, all my money is gone, but I have enough to start an eval, okay? Or what I would do is I'd eventually try to work my way into, and with, if I recall, with Blue Sky, and one of the Blue Sky guys can correct me if I'm wrong here, but you can get up to 2 funded accounts, right? I would take one and build it up as high as I can and not withdraw from it. And then I would take out expenses out of the other one. It depends, guys. It's okay to want to take that first payment when you can, but do build a little buffer. If you can afford to wait and build up a $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 buffer. So if you have a cold streak, and we all have them, you're not going to blow it out, and all that work you put in to get to that point does not go to waste. So yeah, I definitely think, now for me personally, how long would I wait? Again, I would want at least a $5,000 buffer. Because I don't remember, guys, it's been a long time since I've had a $5,000 drawdown from the top of my account. In fact, I can't remember what that is, so it's obviously several years from ago. And that way I can assure that I'm not going to blow out that account. I would probably just try to, for me personally, maybe every $2,000 I made after that buffer, take 1,000 out. So you're continuously building up a higher and higher buffer. And then several years from now, if you want to take a big chunk out, or at the end of the year for tax purposes or whatever, then do that. But it's okay. Like I said, the first withdrawal you make, put some of that money aside, so even if you blow out your account, you can just start a new eval. And then, as I told somebody the other day, your first withdrawal, don't go spend a bunch of money on something ridiculous, but seriously, go buy yourself a candy bar or a beer or something, and just acknowledge what you did and celebrate it. Small little celebrations along the way, and acknowledge your milestone, and then just get back ready to work the next day. Do you think the indexes will stay near ATH for much longer? Well, Ethan, all all bets are off tomorrow at FOMC, right? Tomorrow could be a very, I don't hesitate to use the B word, boring day tomorrow, but this is definitely something we're going to be paying attention to as we get into FOMC tomorrow. All right, guys, 60 seconds. You have 60 seconds to sign up for the giveaway. And then before we do that, though, I have a nice little piece of news for you. Okay, I have said multiple times, and I've gotten emails and comments and direct message from you guys about how you've made this show part of your routine. And our numbers, slow but building, and that's important. Okay, I said to the Blue Sky guys when we started talking about this a few months ago, I want this to be organic. I really want to get into the education, and they agreed because, quite frankly, that's important to them as well. So, hold on, let me confirm everything here. So, guys, we're going to do the giveaway momentarily. But because you guys are here, flash sale, 50% off. Use code FLASH50. Guys, the number of likes on the stream are the number of times this code will work. So don't go run into Discord and give it away, okay? FLASH50 is the code you use. Right now, they're looking, you got like 1 more minute to like the stream, and then they're going to go in and put a cap based on likes. So if there's 200 likes, there's 200 uses of the code. There's 50 likes, there's 50 uses of the code. Okay, so I told you we would be doing something like this. There was no warning on this. Everyone who's not at the show right now, they're missing this. You get an opportunity, 50% off. Blue Sky's only done a couple of 50% offs in the year that I've been here. They are few and far in between. So take advantage of this. Clearest path to a live brokerage account in the prop firm business. And guys, it's not even close. So again, 50% off right now, code FLASH50. I'll put that back on the screen in a little bit. But what did I tell you guys? I said show up to this show and good things will happen. Absolutely. Okay. So again, guys, we're experimenting with a new system today. As far as the giveaways, so Raj is on the controls back in our home office. So Raj, are we about ready to draw our winners? Oh, we are. Okay, so the winners are Imraham and Ant-Man Out. You are the winners. We're working on a way to put this on the screen at some point, guys. Like, I like spinning the wheel, but the wheel's just, it's a manual, it's clunky. Flash 50 isn't working. It's got to be all caps, guys. All caps. Flash 50. Good. I'm glad I got your pronunciation right there, sir. All right, guys, so really quickly, we're going to go back. If you ever have any questions for this show on the Trader Mailbag, make sure you reach out to me, Trader Matt, on Discord, or matt@TeresiasTrading.com. Okay. Now, for those of you watching this later tonight, unfortunately, by then, the Flash 50 probably is done. But it's okay. You still have the opportunity for 40% off using code 40, all caps, on the website. Okay. So, guys, I've got time for a couple of more questions if anyone wants to ask. And while you guys, I'm sure a lot of people are digging out their credit and debit cards right now to go get that 50% off flash sale. How we receive the giveaway, they will reach out to you. Don't worry about that. Okay, they will reach out to you. Can I use the flash sale for resets? I don't know. If Raj, if you could jump in and let me know the answer to that, I would appreciate that. I don't think so. I think it's on new accounts. Yeah, if you buy another 50K but you have 2, will it be on the back burner? Yeah, it's evaluations only. Tyler, I believe you can have. Maybe somebody can. How many evals, not funded accounts? How many evals can somebody have at the same time? Flash 50. Flash 50 is the code, guys. Let me put that back up on the screen. All caps. Is the 50% off flash for the first month or every month after? I believe it's every month. That tends to be what the sales do, guys. And again, you get a free reset on your rebill. And if you take the month to either pass or you don't, if you fail out, guys, 3 days before your rebill, you can just sit there and let it reset. 2 evals max or 1 100K. All right. Any other questions, guys? As far as like mechanics of the evals, that's something I'd refer you to the website. If you have any questions on how things work, make sure you check it out, the Q&A channel in the Discord. Account questions, billing questions, etc. Go to support on the website. All right, guys, I'll take one more question, and we're going to wrap up the show. So, again, tomorrow, I'm going to give number 5 and 6 as far as the 8 tips to pass your eval. And we're also going to take a look at my journal from the month of January. I've had a lot of distractions, a lot of stuff going on, a lot to learn, and I'll break some of that down in real time. When does the promotion close, Marco? It closes very soon. I don't know how many people like this stream. The 50% off, guys, it could be done by the time I close this show. Very well could be. I don't have the numbers in front of me. Yes, their support is amazing. Their support is really good. It's one of the guys, I've been in this business for a while. I've been in the education side for about 7.5 years now. I'm a freelancer. I kind of go and do what I need to do, and it gives me the freedom to work with different companies. I don't work with companies that I don't believe in and that I think are trying their best to help retail traders, because we're all on the same team as retail traders. And that's why I'm helping out here at Blue Sky. It's a great team. Mike, Josh, and Raj are the 3 that I've associated with quite a bit. It's a great group. Really, again, you've got free live trading with Mike every day in the Discord channel. We've got these giveaways in this show. You've got the clearest path to a live brokerage account. There's no reason to not hop on board today, especially with the 50% off sale. All right, guys, so I think that's a great place to wrap the show today. One more time, let's put it on the screen. 50% off. Use code FLASH50. This is why you tune into this show, guys. You never know when we're going to do something like this. There may be a time in the future we do a giveaway without promoting it in advance. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. We certainly didn't announce this sale. Actually, guys, I found out about this about 20 minutes before the show started. So, when it comes to promotions, they tell me what they want to do. I put it on the screen. I'm really excited. For those of you that are starting your first eval journey, I wish you the absolute best. Make sure you're to reach out to me on the Blue Sky Discord. You can direct message me, but if you just want to let me know your progress, just go ahead and go in the main chat and tag me. I'd love to know how you're doing. And if you pass, I want to hear about it, because I want to shout you out on this show. So congratulations to our 2 winners. Congratulations to everybody who got a 50% off code. You guys are amazing. Thanks for making this show what it is. We're not even 2 weeks. We've done 6 shows, guys. Show number 6. We're already doing great numbers. I'm really excited for it. You guys are amazing. Have a great rest of your day. I will see you tomorrow for another edition of Beyond the Bell. Good night.